Hey everyone, it's Patty from pspapercrafts, and it's another Friday fun fold. I'm so glad you're here with me. The sun is shining, and it's just a beautiful day. I just came in from a walk with Bailey, and it's been so nice out. But this is Wednesday, so I don't know how it'll be on Friday. I'm doing this ahead of time because I've got lots of babysitting coming up. So today we're making a double vision card, and look at this paper. I hope you can see the shine on the water. Isn't that pretty? So this has, it's a layer that I cut, and then part of it is lifted up, every other strip, with dimensionals. And this is kind of all the rage right now. I've seen it on Reels and YouTubes, and just, it seems like it's the popular card. And I'm actually making it for a challenge in a group that I'm in. So they said, make this, and I was like, good, it's on my calendar. I already had it planned. So the paper is brand new. I hope you all got a chance to look at our new products from the May through August catalog. So if you're not familiar, we're doing 3 catalogs a year, no more mini, no more annual. It's just the full catalog 3 times a year. So this is one of the products. It's called Scenic Coast, and it's 6x6 paper. And the one side has all these great, sorry, I've got it all cut up here. Let me put that aside. All these great, so it's a specialty paper, so you can see, this is the one I used, but it's on a lot of the different patterns. See this? It's all these beautiful sunsets. Isn't that pretty? So you can use it, you know, cut around the parts that you want, which I did. And then I think there's one more. Isn't that pretty? I think I made a card with that. And then the other side is a little plainer. It doesn't have that you know, shine to it. But these are great for die cutting and for backgrounds. That's a water. So this is the paper, and it's called Scenic Coast. Is that right? Scenic Coast. I'm learning all the new ones. And it comes in 6x6. And then I also use the Sunset Coast bundle with it. So there's the sentiments, where I got, it's a great one. It's got happy retirement, happy anniversary, congratulations. So on the inside, I have the adventure continues. So it's a retirement card, and they're going to continue with their adventure. And then these are the dies. So what I did was I stamped some boats and then die cut them with the dies. And then I also just die cut the birds, and the birds die cut, you get 3 in one pass. So it's 3 different birds, but aren't these pretty? I have to play with these. I thought it would be too big. Oof. Sometimes when you first get them out, I've got to put them all on my magnets. Oh, this one is really stuck. Whoa. So this has like a whole scene, a lighthouse and a little house and water. And then there's this sailboat one with water. There's cloud. There's like a sunburst kind of thing, a net. So it has some really great dies that go along with it. There's some seashells down here. And let me see what else. So then there's these sunset sparkle sequins that come with it if you get the suite. So I'm just going to show you now that I can open the catalog. This is the suite. So it's got the paper, the sequins, and the bundle. And you can get it all in one suite, or you can buy individual products. I was thinking that this is from the Waterside Retreat. I was thinking this went with it. These are these little anchor trinkets, they're called. But I think they would be a good kind of coordinated product. Okay, so that is what I made this card with. And then of course we're going to use different product for our other card. So I am using, this is such pretty paper, I love it, the Moonlit Flora paper. And this is what my May card class uses too. It's just, look at how beautiful that is. I think it's a moth, right? But it's so pretty. I love the patterns. And you get 2 of each. And I'll show you the cards from my card class in a second that you'll get if you want to either subscribe or buy just a one-time. This is what we're going to use today. Just so pretty. So let me just give you a little sneak peek. of the cards from my card class. So this is one of them, and it kind of slips on here. So it's kind of a fun fold. I think it's called a tuck, fold and tuck. And then there's this one. And then this one is kind of a fun fold. And then this one. So these are the 4 cards. You'll get kits to make 2 of each. And we're featuring this paper. You will get a half pack of the paper. You'll get the gems. And then you'll need the bundle if you want to make them the way I made them. So let's get started with our pieces. I have them cut. So this is the paper that I chose. And on this one, for this one, I wanted to get this kind of in the center of my card. And so we're cutting this down, this piece, to 4 by 5 1/4. So this is 6 by 6. So I wanted to get 4. So I took an inch, and then I cut off, I think from the bottom, 3/4, so that I could get the center piece. On this one, it didn't really matter. I just did 4 by 5 1/4. So this is really an easy card. I know the last few weeks have been a little bit more difficult or tricky, but this is super, super simple. So you are going to have, I don't need that, your card base. I use soft sea foam, which I haven't used this in a long time, and it's this color, so I thought it was pretty. And then you're going to have your card base. So this is 8.5 by 11, folded at 4 1/4, or 5.5 by 8.5. So 5.5 by 8.5, a half of a piece of 8.5 by 11. And then you're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then you are going to have a layer. Oh, I need a layer of that. So you'll need another layer of whatever. I used the blueberry bushel for this one, and I'm using the soft sea foam. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then you're going to have your designer series paper, 4 by 5 1/4, and you're going to cut off at every 1/2 inch. So let me get my trimmer out. And you want to keep these in order. It's very important. Otherwise, you're not going to have your scene. It'll be all, all over the place. So I'm going to cut on this side so that I have this along the top. So a 1/2 inch, and then keep them in order. So we're going to just cut, and I'm going to move that over there, and we're going to place it here. And you can cut right to left, left to right. It doesn't matter. So a 1/2 inch. And we'll just go right through this paper here. And it's such a cool look. It's easy to do. And I think it's, if somebody got it, they'd be like, wow, how did you make that, right? So another 1/4. I'm so happy about this weather. I can finally put plants in, too. I always wait till Mother's Day, which is this weekend. If you end up off a little bit, like this last piece, I think on this one, and it doesn't matter. It's really going to just work out okay. For some reason, I think the measurements are off like a tad all the way through. So then when you get to the end, those little tads add up, but it's okay. All right, so now we're going to put this away. And now I'm going to go from this end, and we're going to put every other one down, but we're going to lay the one next to it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I am going to use liquid glue just so I can really get it in the right place. And let me see. I want to get my, I'm going to use my silicone mat just so I don't have glue everywhere. So the glue won't stick to this mat. So if you're doing something that's a little bit, thin, you want to make sure that you're not going to get glue everywhere. And I actually like to do it this way. I know this is probably confusing you. But we're just going, we want to get this all lined up here on the edge. Okay. And this liquid glue really lets you move it around. And you want it lined up perfectly. So you're going to take your next one. We're going left to right this time. And we're going to lay it here. We're not going to stick it down. So you don't want glue really oozing out, because we're going to lay it here and then stick, got glue on my fingers as the usual. We're going to take the next one and let's go. Put glue on this one. And lay this one down right next to it. So we want this in place so we know where to put our next piece. Okay, so it's just like temporarily there. Whoops. Then we're going to take this piece up, put it over here. So just keep everything in order. Then this piece is going to lay next to it. We're not putting it down yet. So then the alternate pieces, I'll call them, are going to be popped up. And I'm going to just do this like this. So this, we want this right up here. And then this one comes right along here. And then this one, again, we want to keep them in order, is going to come here. This one is going to just come right up here. No glue on it. The next one gets the glue. So you're just kind of repeating this over and over again. But it really gives you a beautiful look. And I think the liquid glue is best for this. Not everybody likes liquid glue. I do like it. But for something like this, it really works. And then this will pop up. Okay, so these, we've got 4 down glued and 4 over here that are going to pop up. So then we want to get our dimensionals. I have a brand new thing of dimensionals. And we're going to go, you can go either way, but you want to keep them in order. So we're going to go from left to right again. And we're just going to put, I think I actually put 5 down. I think I put 1 in the middle and then 2 on each side. You want it to be pretty secure. And then this, one of the ladies that I watched, Joanne Pollock, there were so many people, I don't even know who to give credit to, but she took these backings off and then she put glue on here to help her with getting it in place. I did not do that, but I think it is a good idea. I never really thought about putting glue on a dimensional, but you really want to get it right lined up. I'm going to do it this way again. I feel like it's easier. So you want it to go to the bottom and right between, and you'll see the pattern is falling right in place here. So if you feel like this is too hard to get it down, you might want to use the liquid glue. Isn't that pretty? So let's do the same thing with this one. And I'm just going to, I'll probably speed this up because we're just going to put 1 in the middle, 2 on each end, take the backings off and lay it in place. And now you see why it's so important to have everything, you know, in order. And make sure on this one, I almost put 1 upside down. This one is pretty clear, but you might want to just double check that. So as you're working. Okay, I see this is off a little bit. I think I'm going to take my snips. I don't think it would be easy to do in the trimmer, but And if you go underneath it, it's not going to matter because it's going to sit on the card base. So see what I mean? If you cut it too narrow, I don't think it'll matter. Sometimes, you know, you just cut and you're off a little bit. Hopefully, you all, not hopefully, but we probably all have that problem. And I'm also thinking I could see a little bit of the light through. On this one, it's dark, it's not as visible. I'm wondering if I would have done a mossy meadow underneath. It might have been better. But I think it looks great. It's pretty. It almost gives it a nice look, actually, having the light underneath it. So then we're just going to adhere this, let's get rid of this, right to the card base. And I'm going to put my adhesive on the base itself, because this is kind of bumpy. So I just don't want to go out too far. And then this can sit right on it. Just like this. Get it all lined up. Okay. And then I die cut so the other parts of this suite, this is the Moonlit Flora. So this is the paper. Let me just show you the other parts of the suite because we're going to use them. There's a bundle that has beautiful ferns and flowers and sentiments, and they fit in here. This is a stamp, so I did use that on one of my cards for my club. This one I'm using the Thankful for You, and it's too big, I think, to fit in that frame, but it fits in the die cut. And then these are the dies. So all these beautiful fern pieces, and then you can cut this out. Okay? And then there's also a beautiful embossing folder that I use to emboss this card with. It's a nice deep, it's a 3D embossing folder. And then there's the, what are they called? Dewdrop embellishments. So these are the products in this suite. Again, you can buy them individually, or you can buy the whole suite. So I chose this color. I thought it was an orange, but it's really Golden Glow, which is one of our new in colors. So I'm going to stamp it. You could do one of the dark greens. There's Old Olive, Mossy Meadow. There's the Soft Sea Foam, but I thought I would pull out this kind of orangey color. And we're going to do Thankful for You. You could hear my voice. My cough is pretty much gone, but I think I really have allergies. I took Claritin today. I'm hoping that does the trick. So we're just going to do that. And then let's do the inside layer while we're here. I'll probably cut a piece of designer. Well, maybe I'll do a fern. What did I do on this one? I don't even remember. This one, I think I did the designer series paper. And I did a little bird. On this one, I think we'll stamp. And then I'm going to, so I have You're an Amazing Friend. So Thankful for You. You're an amazing friend. And I think I will get a green. And so these are also, I'm talking all over the place. These are our new stamp pads. They're magnetic. They just come apart. They stick together. They stack. They're also felt instead of the foam. So some people like that. Some people don't. I've heard a lot of different opinions. But let me get a green. So I have Old Olive, and I have this big fern mounted. And we're just going to put that right here. Okay, pretty. And then we could put all of this down, and I want to show you how I put this down here. So let's get our inside in, and then we could put the sentiment label on. Thankful for You. You're an amazing friend. So on this one, I wanted to sit on the high. So what I did was, excuse me, I just put a little bit of glue on the high parts, right where I think I want it. And then this can sit right on there. just like this. And maybe we should put some embellishments on. I didn't put any on there. I felt like there was enough with the birds and the boats. But let's get some of, actually, let's do some butterflies. So these are the new in color butterflies. I think that would be perfect for this card. So let me get my Take Your Pick tool. And there's big and little. I'm going to put a little guy right here. Okay, and then I'll just put them here and there, big and little. And one more. You know me. Where do I put it? I'm going to put it right here. Okay. So isn't that pretty? So again, this is a double vision card. And Moonlit Flora. And then this is Scenic Coast. So pretty. So these are from my May calendar. I can't believe we're in May already. Last week we did a pop-up wiper card, which was a little more complicated. Again, this is easy, double vision. Next week we'll make an interlocking fancy fold card. So come back next Friday. If you want to get a project sheet for this, if you look below the video, there's a description, and then there's a bunch of links. There'll be a link for my card class or card club. You could buy 1 month or subscribe. There's a link to my blog, to the project sheet, to my online store. So it should have all that information there. If you have any questions, you can email me, Patty at pspapercrafts.com. Thanks again and have a great week.